and said, look, this is all the stuff you know, buy all the feed and everything like that on this, and this is your card. So that's how my paychecks work. I mean, I was able to pay my cell phone bill, and
you would pay your cell phone bill?
Yeah, with the credit card.
And on the card, did it say, you know, multiple people within a family can have a card, right, on the same account? Did it ever say Scott Farris on the card?
No, it never had my name on it.
Okay. Why not?
Because it was in my dad's name.
Right. Well, let's talk about that. Why do you think your dad never gave you a card in your own name?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean,
He never told you?
No.
Okay.
I didn't care to have one with my own name on it. It never really struck my mind.
Okay. So, and we're going to get into probably this afternoon. I have a number of exhibits and a number of texts and a number of things that we're probably going to talk about today. But I want to know how your dad felt about your spending money. In your words. Because you were at that.
He never had a problem because, like I said, I never went out and did extravagant things.
Well, here's what I'm trying to ask you. You were, in the year 2013, you would have been a 30-year-old man. Yes?
Yes.
Right, roughly a 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
So you're a 30-year-old man, you're living at home, and you don't have your own debit card, even though you're working for the family and you're not getting paid. He keeps taking it back from you. Almost daily, weekly. You have to take it back. His car. Why do you think he kept you on such a financial tight leash?
He didn't keep me on that, and we didn't take it. He anytime that he needed his card is because he needed it for something. So I didn't question on that. So whenever he sent me a text message saying, hey, bring me my credit card, I mean, that was the time that he needed it, and I would wind up getting it back either the next day or a couple days later. He'll give it back to me. But no, he never once cut me off from, you know, money.
So text messages that you've seen in this case. I mean, you've had your phone. You've gone through this many times in the district attorney's office. You even, I believe, we saw one earlier today where, I mean, he wants you to get other jobs, do other things. Can you talk about that for the jury?
So you're talking about the instance where it showed earlier that it's time for you to pursue another job? Because at that time...
Well, as a matter of fact, Judge, can you switch that back up? It's still pulled up. It's right here. Thank you, Judge. Right here. 2017. I believe it was October. October 20th. From your dad to you, things will change dramatically. You need to pursue a job soon.
Yeah.
You got to tell me what was going on around that time, Scott.
She was disappearing off to Tennessee. And
what does that have to do with you, Scott?
Judge, I'm Judge. If he asks a question, the witness should be allowed under 611, 623 to answer. He can't cut him off.
Let him finish his answer. Try to stay in the realm of the question. Go ahead.
So that question right there, at that time there was stuff going on between Melody and Rusty, and my dad was finding out. That's, you know, earlier what you saw on, you know, that the girlfriend of Rusty emailed him and all. That was about the same time period, and that was his way of saying that, you know, he was going to sell the place. I mean, if he was going to file for divorce, he's going to sell the place, and that I needed to find work elsewhere. It wasn't referring to me as, you know, he was putting it on me that I was freeloading off of him. No, that was him saying, hey, things are going to change.
Sorry, I'm going to let him answer. Did you feel like you were freeloading off of your dad?
No, because I put in a lot of work for him. I worked my butt off there at the farm, and I didn't ask for money and not do anything for him.
But you didn't really seem to get that much money. I mean, you would take out little amounts of money here and there $100 here, $100 there to go play golf with Ted and do things like that, but you didn't have stuff. You didn't buy much stuff.
I didn't need it.
Okay. So you don't think it's unusual that you didn't ask for at least, $500 a week? Something like that.
No, because everything I did wasn't, required that much money. I mean, I knew that I wasn't, having my own career and all. He was helping me out, and at the same time, I was helping him. So I wasn't going to go and, spend his money and not do work around the farm and help him out. I'm just not that. He raised me that way. So that's
Old school.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a hard worker. I'm still to this day.
All right. I'm starting with Scott 88. So I'm going to show you some text messages. If we can switch back, Judge. What was your phone number at the time?
It should be the same as now. It's always been the same. It's 404.
So you can see in these, we use kind of a format that's not as good as the one the district attorney's office uses, but we all got it from them. And so source address, what phone number was that? The 678?
5. Cell phone.
That was your dad's cell phone. All right. So I've got a text message here that looks like it was on 2018 6/29. What does it say?
The very top one,
Very top one.
bring me the credit card.
All right. Then kind of working back in time, what does the next one say?
Come down here?
All right. Who's it? Is it from your dad to you?
Yes.
All right. What would that have been? Do you have any idea?
So that would have mean I was upstairs in my apartment. He pulled up to the barn. And so he was texting me for to come down.
Right. So this message right here, the next one, which is about 5 days before, 6/12. The 9032, that's your dad. And that's to you. And what does it say?
The credit card better be in my wallet before I leave tomorrow.
Right. Then, I think earlier that day, what does the next message say?
Bring me the credit card now.
All right. And then what does the next one say?
I grabbed the credit card because I needed to get Luke and Leroy flea stuff from the vet today.
All right. So that would have meant this is earlier, this is about a week before, I guess. 6/7, it looks like it says, of 2018. But you had to tell him what you would spend money on, yes?
Yeah, I mean, in that instance, I told him why I was grabbing the credit card to go buy flea stuff for him. I always let my dad know what I was spending his money on.
Right, and it was in his wallet. That was where the credit card went.
Depending on the time, yeah.
Right,
If
so-
I didn't have it, he had it, and it would have been in his wallet.
Right, so what I'm saying is if this is your dad's wallet, wherever it was in the house, which you seem to act like you knew where it was. It was always in one of two places, is what you would say, right? In the car or on the dresser?
No, I never said it was in the car. I never once found my dad's, I never had to go get my dad's wallet out of his car. It was always on the dresser in the master bedroom.
It would never be downstairs with him?
I mean, it could have been at one, if he was down in the office working,
Right.
I mean, yeah, it would be in his pocket, if he had it. But if it was not on his person, 99% of the time it was laying on the dresser in the master bedroom.
So if this is the wallet, this is the credit card, you literally would have, for every single purchase, you would go to your dad, get it out of his wallet, take it, use it, and then he would almost always be texting you asking for it back.
No, that's not what happened.
Well, why do these text messages read that way, Scott?
Because you're not showing the other ones that came along with them.
Like what?
I mean,
we're gonna put all this in evidence for the jury to see. We're just picking out him asking you for that credit card over and over and over.
yeah, like I said, if I had it and he needed it for something, he would text me for bring me the credit card. And, you know, we were just exchanging it back and forth.
I'm going to show you Scott 90. Read this message that's on the top of the screen. Oh, sorry. Can you see it now? You tell me when.
I don't know if it keeps getting fuzzy whenever it moves. So, okay. She went to Alabama, put money in the account so I could get stuff to make dinner. What do you want for dinner?
Right. And you and your dad, that would be the vast majority of the conversations that I've seen that you and your dad would have is you would talk about dinner and that credit card. Wouldn't you agree with that? Y'all didn't talk about the Crimson Tide, which obviously you like the Tide.
No, we always talk about football in person.
In person?
Yeah.
But in text, this is your conversations. Dinner, credit card.
Yeah, we were short and sweet. I mean, that's how we would communicate a lot of times. Send a text to each other.
All right, so the next message going down sometime around in May of 2018. I think this one, you're 2667 to your dad. Read it to me.
Put more money in the account so I could go get something to fix dinner. Any recommendations on what you want?
All right. So explain to me. So you got to help me understand how this account is working. You keep asking to put money in the account. Was there a separate account